witches, and welcome to our little book of spells. My not really actually former intern, but my boyfriend's former intern went abroad and then came back with this book for me because she said that it reminded her of me. And I thought that was the sweetest thing ever. I'm so excited, so I feel like this is a nice full circle jump right into some autumn witchcraft. Now, upon flipping through, I stumbled upon this one page that is an attraction spell. Really wanted to do this last night / this morning when I came across this page, but now that I'm like in the mix of it and filming, I don't really feel like doing an attraction spell. I just don't feel like that is my calling at this moment. And sometimes that happens with witchcraft. You could have your eyes on the prize to want to do a specific spell or do a certain ritual, and it's the perfect day, it's the perfect time, it's the perfect everything for it, but maybe you're not in the same mindset. And if your mindset does not match that spell, there's kind of no point in doing the spell because you have to be all there. If you're half there, something's only gonna half work. I kind of live by that, so I went ahead and flipped to another page I was not interested in earlier, but I am interested in now. A fire spell to end a run of bad luck. Last week was rough. Now, my week was not rough in a traditional way. It was more just like slightly overwhelming, and I think that I've been overwhelmed because I am trying to do so much at one time, and this happens to me every single autumn. Has always been my busiest month mentally, for friendships, for family, for events, for activities, for traveling, for so many things. I kind of throw myself in the mix a bunch. So last week, for some reason, I think I was like kind of overbooking myself for way too many things. And as exciting as it is to do that and to run amok and to be super chaotic within yourself, you need some reset. And I had no reset. So I feel like my clock of the universe ticking was like, you need to slow down, so I'm gonna force you to slow down. So it started pouring. A few of my things that I had planned were getting canceled, or they were getting like hijacked by negativity, and that just to me is like stop right there. So I'm very good at being able to grab a positive attitude and kind of just like swallow it and like dream on. But there are of course times where I feel like I let my anger get the best of me. I can't help it. I'm a fire sign. I have so many Sagittarius placements, and like beyond the fact of astrology, because it is a true and real concrete example of XYZ in your life, I do have some tendencies to be a bit angrier or to be get a little more frustrated. That's okay, because that's just in my genetic code. We could work on that with witchcraft. For starters, I would love to do this bad luck riddance spell with you guys. Prior to my little rant, I'm going to read you the little book's little rant, a fire spell to end a run of bad luck. Sometimes it feels like life has dealt you a bad hand. All sorts of problems could be blowing up around you, or perhaps you're a little more clumsy than usual and things are breaking or refusing to work. Here is a spell to help you get back on an even keel and ride any bad energies that may be lurking. For this spell, you are going to need a piece of paper, a pen, a cauldron, or a heat-proof dish, and any which paper can be burnt safely. A small green or white candle. The green would represent growth and healing, and the white would represent purity and protection. Now, to begin, make sure your home and your altar is tidy and clean so that all of the negative energies can kind of just be swept away easily. On top of negativities, this is also to sweep away the worry. Now, the little spell book says, use the pen and paper to write down a list of all bad things that have occurred or negative thoughts that you have been experiencing recently. Try to be as detailed as you can. Jumped the gun a little bit and told you guys what I was feeling, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to translate what I was talking about to you. What happened all last week, but be a little more detailed and less vague. I don't have bad thoughts right now, but for some reason entering and opening this spell, not that the spell is making me have bad thoughts, because that's just in your, that's silly, that's in your head. I'm like, damn, if I'm thinking about bad things, more of them keep not coming up, but like harboring, they like start to fester because you're thinking of what had happened to you the week prior or maybe earlier in the day. I've had a very good day so far, so I'm gonna continue to have a good day. If you are new here, let me make this short and sweet. I try to compartmentalize which books belong to which things and which energies belong to what. So I do most of my spell work or my sigil making or my charms or my chants or whatever the hell in this book. This book in particular is considered my spell book in my own brain. It does not have to look like a spell book. It could be a little spiral notebook. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Mine just so happens to look like this. I do all of my poems and venting in a separate book because I don't want to cross-contaminate my brain's filing cabinet. I have lighthearted books for manifestation, and only manifestations live in there. Only hopes and dreams live in there, because even if a dabble of negativity enters there in my brain, this is not real, but it is, then that will seep into my manifestations, and I want my manifestations to be absolute. I hope that you guys will follow that with however you feel. I'm gonna write at the top of this page, bad luck be gone. Again, I do not seem to believe that I have bad luck, but for lack of more comfortability, we are going to vent out everything unfortunate that has happened to us within the last few days or week or whatever. Leasing agent being mean to me. Which prevented me from seeing an apartment I thought I'd like. Mean people appearing in my dreams. Pouring rain sprig. Not being able to find something to eat. Getting in a few more tiffs than I typically do about silly things. Not being able to check out of my Airbnb later. I had to leave earlier and I really wanted to spend more time in it. Good one. Last night I went to Sonic, and usually what I do, because I'm a vegetarian, is order a burger without the bun, but I like always want all the stuff on it, like the lettuce, tomato, the cheese, everything. Like I just like want basically a cheese sandwich, like a fun whatever. Like, kids were so high while they were making my food. They asked me like 100 times and I was laughing. I thought it was funny. Like, you know, it's a very random request, like, and especially I guess if you're high, it probably seems even sillier. So they messed it up and they gave me cheese, ketchup, pickles on a bun with like nothing else on it. I don't know like what the situation. I don't eat ketchup. I like forced myself to eat it anyway, which is crazy. Overwhelming feeling. My memory card recently, not the one that you guys are on, but a totally separate one that I've been using for kind of a while, and I guess, I don't know, maybe sometimes they shit out. I don't know, I've never really experienced this before. I put it into my computer and it just like was missing. Like it wasn't a thing. So I had to spend $95 for like this software. That sucked. The next part of this is to light the candle on your altar and focus on the flame, imagining the light from the candle cleansing the space. Take the piece of paper and carefully use the flame from the candle to set it alight. I'm folding this paper away from me because I do not want anything to do with these negative anything anymore. If I wanted what was on this paper, pretend it were my manifestations, pretend it was something like absolutely amazing, I would fold it toward me because I would want it. There's just so many different ways to do spells, and I think that's important and I think that's cool. I'm gonna hold this piece of paper and I'm gonna just let this flame burn it like this. And I'm doing this, guys, over my fire safe bowl. And in about 5 seconds of this negativity burning away at the friggin' stakes, I'm gonna drop it into here, okay? It smells so good. It smells like toasted marshmallows. Have it over your fire safe bowl. I wouldn't even recommend holding it the way that I am, because I'm being silly. Because I'm just trying to show you. Now it is just sitting in this, burning away. I do have my window open as well. Now, while this is all kind of sitting in place, what you're going to do is recite this. Bad luck from my recent past will burn away and never last. Good luck sail forth and return to me. With love and care, so mote it be. And now once the paper has burned to ash, extinguish your candle with thumb and forefinger or a candle snuffer. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry, I'm just not. But a candle snuffer would be something that looks like this, and it looks like a little bell. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and please let me know if you want more spells over here by the altar. I know it's a little bit more difficult to kind of see sometimes because I am in my own personal little corner, but just let me know because I actually kind of like this energy that we have going on over here. Just let me know in the comments if you don't like this spell and want something else. Again, I have an entire playlist dedicated to witchery. But before you go, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Again, happy October. Bye.